Hey friends, in this video we're going to take a look at the VTech Smart Wi-Fi Baby Monitor. VTech makes a ton of different monitors, so if you want to check out the exact model I'm looking at, please use my links down below. First, let's look at what you get in the box. This baby monitor caught my eye because it is a hybrid unit in that you have a dedicated parent monitor that you can use locally at home, and you also have the app with Wi-Fi that you can use on your phone. In the box you'll find the camera, a parent unit, and you get two cords, one for the camera and one for the parent unit, and they are different from each other. You'll also get mounting hardware and cord ties. I hate that the cords are proprietary, they're not just a USB, so if you do lose one or break one, you're gonna have to replace them. Setting up the baby monitor with the local parent unit was super simple. I just turned them on and they connected and we were ready to go. And you can use this monitor like that if you want without ever setting up the app. But if you want to use the app, that was really easy to set up too. And honestly, of all the smart baby monitors I tried, this is the easiest one to set up. And I love that the app is completely free, there's no subscription, and there's not even an option of a subscription. So first, let's take a look at the local parent unit. As you can see, it has a really nice picture, and you can use this pad to move it around the room. It has a really nice range of motion, and you can see around the entire room. You can click down here to zoom in. You can hold this button down to talk to the baby in the room. If you go into the menu here, you have lots of other options. There's a nightlight that you can turn on. The nightlight on this monitor is nice and you can change it to lots of different colors if you want. You can turn on lullabies and sleep sounds. And I was really impressed at how good these sound in the baby's room. They aren't quite as nice as something like the Hatch, but they're one of the best sounding monitor sounds I've heard. And then you have options for the types of alerts that you get on the parent unit. And keep in mind that the alert settings you set here are going to be completely separate from what you set in the app. They're completely independent. I really like that you can get lost connection alerts. If my baby monitor disconnects in the middle of the night, I would want to know. And that's something that not all the monitors have. I did test the battery on the parent unit and I was really impressed that I left the sound and the screen going all night long and it lasted 13 hours. That's impressive. And you're also able to turn the screen off if you just wanted it on audio only overnight. And I checked how far away the parent unit would stay connected to the camera, and it had a really good range. When I was outside and had no walls in the way, it stayed connected for about 250 feet away from the camera. When I left the camera inside the house on the second floor, I was still able to go about 200 feet away from the house before it started losing connection. And I was able to go down in the basement with the parent unit while the camera was upstairs on the second floor, and it stayed really well connected. There's a lot of interference in my neighborhood and my house, and the VTech monitor was not bothered by that at all. Now let's take a look at the app. This monitor uses the app called Baby Plus from VTech, and there are several different apps that go with different monitors from VTech. It gets a little confusing with all their models. The app works pretty similarly to the parent unit, and you have all the controls over on the side, so you can move the camera around with this. You can take a picture of the current scene. You can record a video. And if you do take a screenshot or a recording, those are saved to your phone, so then you can share them with other people. You can use this to talk to the child. You can turn on white noise or lullabies here, and you can turn on the nightlight on the unit here. The VTech app is very simple and really easy to use, and I was really impressed that this is a free app. You can also click down here to see your past motion and sound alerts. This monitor does track temperature but not humidity, and I found that the temperature was within a degree or so. I saw some complaints online with connection issues with the app, but I've had no problems with the connections. I think it's really solid. One small complaint I had is that those detections for sound and motion seem to be really overzealous. I feel like it's setting off alerts a lot more often than it should be. And actually just a minute ago, a truck went by outside the window and that was a sound alert. So I do worry that if I was using this, I might end up turning off the alerts just because they're going off all the time. One feature I really love about this app is that it does have the picture-in-picture. So if you hit this button right here, it'll make it small and you can use the rest of your phone while still watching the baby. If you'd like to share the access to this camera with someone else, you can click right here and do camera sharing. Now, I bought the unit that only comes with one camera, but there is an option that comes with two cameras. Unfortunately, if you buy the one camera option, you cannot add a second camera later. So if you think you might want a second camera for another child or for in a playroom, I would start off with that two camera version. And if you have the two camera version, the parent unit does give you a split screen view, so it is really nice to keep track of 2 different kids. As for mounting, I do like that it comes with a wall mounting piece that can be angled in different directions. I like that it gives you a little bit more flexibility of where you put it on the wall. If you want to get something like a crib mount or a floor mount, unfortunately this does not have the screw mount on the bottom, so it makes it a little bit trickier to work with third-party mounting options, but there are still ones out there that will work with this camera. With any camera that's going to connect through Wi-Fi, of course, people are going to have privacy questions. And I wondered, once you've connected it to the Wi-Fi, is there any way to turn that off? I'm pretty sure once it's streaming through the Wi-Fi to the app, there's no way to turn that off. I think you can disconnect the camera from your app, but it's still streaming, I think. So if anybody knows how to disconnect it, I would be interested to know that. So overall, here's my pros and cons for this baby monitor. I think it's very easy to use. It has a nice picture. The app is really nice, and if you get the 2-camera version, I love that you can do split screen. As for the negatives, I do think that the alerts are a little bit over the top. I also don't love that you can't add a second camera if you buy the 1-camera unit. And if you have privacy concerns about streaming over the internet, this might not be the right choice for you. If you want to check out this monitor for yourself, please do use my affiliate links down below. And if you do buy anything through my link, I would earn a commission. If you want to see how this VTech Smart monitor stacks up against the competition, check out my video about the best smart baby monitors. I'm going to leave that link right here, and definitely check that one out next to decide which is the best smart monitor for your family.